Good morning, everybody. Kevin Gray here with Kevin's Beard Channel. Just wanted to talk today a little bit about food. Your nutrition is extremely important to you, but I'm not talking about nutrition today. Today, I'm talking about what you want to eat, what you don't want to eat, and how you want to do it, whether in public or in private. Let's start with something simple. This is going to be an easy one. Barbecued ribs. Who doesn't love a big rack of barbecued ribs? But I'll tell you what, if you're going to eat those ribs and you're going to take a big old bite out of them, guess where it's going to end up? Right up in here. The whole thing is going to be all over your face and you're going to look absolutely ridiculous out in public. So, the rule of thumb with something like barbecued ribs is if they fall off the bone tender, not a problem. Take a knife and a fork, pull it off the bone, cut them into pieces and put them into your mouth. That way you'll look considerably more civilized than if you tried to just chew it off the bone. Okay, things like barbecued chicken, that's another one. It's great stuff, but again, get it off of the bone and put it in your mouth with a knife and a fork. Hamburgers. Hamburgers are pretty much a probably don't want to do this in public kind of thing, because there's no way to really eat a hamburger with a knife and a fork. Although I've seen people do it, you look pretty silly doing it. So I would say with a hamburger, leave those for home or take it to go. That's always another option. Hot dogs, same thing. I happen to love chili dogs, and there's a particular fast food restaurant here called Wiener Schnitzel, and I love their chili cheese dogs. But for a long time, I wouldn't eat them because every time I took a bite of it, I had it all over my mustache. So what I finally figured out is that is something that I can eat with a knife and a fork. So if you happen to do that, everything out there that you can eat this way, if you can eat it with a knife and a fork, do so. It helps. Soup. Soup is another one. Every time you take a bite of soup, it's not getting into your mustache like a plate of ribs or a hamburger. It's not getting up in there. What soup does is it gets down here. So that's another one where if you're going to eat it in public, do so carefully and always have a napkin. Now, one of the things that I always like to do is I always like to have some sort of a kerchief with me. If I have a handkerchief in my back pocket or I have one today in my breast pocket, if I don't have enough napkins, and oftentimes they don't give you enough, I can always pull out my little handkerchief. This is a good tip too, just as a side note for anybody who is a server at a restaurant. If you see anybody with a beard, even if it's not a big beard, if it's just a standard beard, offer them napkins. Tell them, look, man, I see that you got a nice beard. I want you to keep that clean. Here's a few extra napkins. Trust me, they'll appreciate it, and you can always get more tips by doing it. There are many other foods I'm sure that I'm leaving out, but just kind of keep in mind, if you can use a knife and a fork, you're probably going to be doing okay. All right. Well, what about drinks? Drinks is another one. I like water. Water is good. I drink a lot of it every day. I put it into my little hydro flask and I drink throughout the day. But you'll notice that I've got a straw. No harm, no foul. I get nothing anywhere by doing that. I'm drinking that out of a straw and it's working just fine. Excuse me. So I suggest always drinking a drink out of a straw whenever you can. Oftentimes it's not possible. Many people don't like hot coffee out of a straw. That could be an issue. I don't drink coffee, so it's not an issue for me. Drinking a beer. Come on now. There's just nothing you can do about it. So again, go back to your kerchief. If you're at a pub and you're having a beer with friends, go ahead and have that beer, drink it, but be conscious of how much foam you're getting up into your beard and just wipe it down every once in a while just to make sure that you're not looking like that guy. So that's basically my tip is kind of watch what's going on with your beard. Drink a lot of water. It's good for you. It'll keep you healthy. It'll keep you looking great. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, and share at the bottom. Thanks a lot.